Well, that didn't go according to plan, now did it? There we go. What is up, everybody? Welcome to Wickin It Kickin It. Happy Monday. Welcome back. I don't know if that's going to be loud enough. Let's go to this 20. Let me know if that's too loud or if it's not loud enough. It's whatever. It's just chill beats in the background. Happy Monday, everybody, and welcome back to Wickin It Kickin It, where I still can never get used to not having an intro anymore. So we're just playing around with what we got. But I did find, look at this. Look at what I did find. We've got applause. We've got a gong. And that echoes for quite a long time. We got a bounce. I guess that's going to be a dangle clack sound. A heartbeat, drum roll bongos. I would prefer if it was a rim shot. You know. And right on time, as soon as we get started, little man finally decides to get up. I kind of had a feeling it was going to happen that way. How the heck is everybody doing? We just started my live, kiddo. Help yourself to something, and I'll cook when I'm done, okay? Yeah. Hope everybody had a great weekend. You're having a even better start to the week. Hopefully everybody's out there enjoying something tasty, keeping warm. The sun came up today in Rochester, New York to reveal that 4-letter word, snow. The first snowfall of the year. We broke out the JMW beanie. I need to get Dan to make me one with a new logo. That's what I need in my life. Maybe that's a good idea. That's a good idea. Maybe some JMW beanies with the new logo. Which, before I get too far ahead of myself, I shared this before. I'm gonna share this again. While we're on the talk of merch, don't need audio. The JMW Premium hoodie pre-sale. Only a couple people have picked them up so far. I mean, it is what it is, but if you want a JMW Premium hoodie, now is the time to snag them. They're going to be going out this week. Obviously, if all of a sudden there's an influx of more orders on them, it could go into next week or whatever, but Dan's working on them and getting them sent out this week. Just to clear up any confusion, make sure that you're looking in here for the sizes. Once you get past large, the prices do go up like a couple dollars for like the next tier. Once you get into 3X, they go up a little bit. And then you have a choice between black or gray hoodie, and then your print, you've got a choice between these 5 colors. There's also small logo on front only, big logo on front, or small logo plus big logo. That all affects the pricing. So make sure you select what you want accordingly. There's all these different options available. I know there were people out there that wanted JMW merch. I know there were still people interested in t-shirts. I don't know what really ever happened with the t-shirt idea. It didn't really work out the way that we had hoped. But you'll see these at the top of the JMW shop app. You know, get them in if you want one, because they're going out soon. I just thought I would bring that up at the top of the show since I was talking about, you know, merch anyway. But yeah, make sure to let me know what you guys are rocking with tonight. We will see who's in the house, and then we'll get to your hand checks, desk checks, and whatnot, or just let me know what you're enjoying in the chat. Maybe if you're working on a new recipe, feel free to drop the link and share it with us. Let us know what your favorite liquids are that are keeping you warm this evening. If you're building something, wicking along with me, let me know. We always love to see how everybody is enjoying their liquids, whether they are rocking JMW or Lady Liberty. We definitely got something new from Lady Liberty to try tonight. I'm a little ahead of myself. Let's slow it down with a sip of coffee and a vape. That needs to be squonked. Then I over squonked. Can't win. There we go. Had to get some squonks back in rotation because it was, I noticed that I didn't have any going. We've been rocking RTAs and I've been in super hardcore drip mode the past couple weeks. With enjoying the Bonza Pro, the R3, building the new Asgard Mini V2 a couple weeks ago, and we were just in hardcore drip mode. Had to get some squonks back in rotation, so I loaded up my Billy Club because I noticed I hadn't reached for it in a couple weeks, maybe even three weeks. That's all fully loaded with Lady Liberty's white chocolate raspberry cheesecake. This bottle has been sitting in the steep drawer for at least a month, maybe longer. We'll get into the rest of the lineup in a minute. There's Hippo. Cheers to you, my dude. I see ya. Let's see who was here. A little bit of a ways to scroll already. Yo, what's up? Brian Enoch first in the house, followed by Dalton Bieber. Says, yo, coffee and mayonnaise. Yeah, coffee and mayonnaise, but not together. Cheers, though. Hopefully that mayonnaise is on a sandwich or something. Kim C. I remembered Kim C ahead of time. That way she was able to make it before the stream started today. What's up, Kim? Anyone else wake up to 4 inches of snow today? Yeah, I don't know if it was 4 inches. I didn't really look. But it was definitely enough to cover the ground. It settled on the trees. Looking out my back window, it's pretty. It is pretty. Let's see. We got 1 inch, but yeah, too early. Man, it used to snow start snowing this time of year. All the time. I remember it always started snowing in November when I was a kid. As I got older, it seemed like the seasons got pushed back further and further. So like the first snowfall starts later in the year. Spring would start later in, the actual spring weather. Used to be April showers bring May flowers, except now it rains all May. And then in June, things start to seem more like spring. I don't know. Call it climate change, call it what you want. I just think it's the season shifting. Let's see. Advocate for Liberty in the house. Saying hello to everyone. Hit that like button, please. Please do. Thank you very much. LT. What is up? LT. Mama Bear in the house. Let's see. Lady Liberty. Of course, saying hello to everybody. Always a pleasure. Stolen says howdy. Everybody's just saying hello to everybody. I love to see it. Jeremy M. What's up, my dude? Arnie, ayo. What's up, Arnie? Howdy, baby cakes. I love it. Neil Pitts. Andrew T, what's going on? There's Hippo. Second World Scallywag. My man Patrick Conquest. Patrick, I was so tempted to ask you if I could use that picture that you shared with me as a thumbnail. I think that would be so sick. My name isn't fucking Warren. Damn the man, save the empire. That's freaking classic. Good to see you, buddy. He says he'll be right back. After I slam dance a little bit, it's been one of those days. Oh yeah, dude, that's what's up, man. No, it has been. The end of the week, I started to get real dark for me, man. Just because I was pushing myself so hard. Not that like I don't have things to be grateful for, things to be happy about. Like I'm in a good place these days. But I push that limit into sleep deprivation, and it's a mental challenge because it takes me kind of back into somewhat of a mind state of a dark period of time. You know what I mean? It's different because I'm sober, but sleep deprivation is sleep deprivation. And I don't know. And this time of year, I'll be 100% honest, guys. You know, I'm really open about like my sobriety journey, my mental health challenges and things like that. And it's just that time of the year where I find myself like fantasizing over the past. Like it's really the only time of the year where like that addict voice inside my head, like once in a while starts to whisper thoughts about like an alcoholic beverage would seem really nice right now, or gosh darn, sometimes I wish I still partook in shed time. You know what I mean? And obviously, like I know how to combat that today, but it's just that time of the year where those whispers are just a little bit louder inside my brain. But we worked through it, man. We worked through it. This show is one of my greatest combatants against my mental health struggles. Andrew T says, "What's up, everybody? Glad you're back this week, Steve-O." Yo, I am glad that you guys are here. Bang a gong, get it on. That's, yeah. Andrew's asking how everybody is. Snow, yeah. Some people love it, some people hate it. Patrick, we had snow in Kentucky today. No shit. Mike DeVries, my dude. What's up, my man? Great to see you. You can keep that shit, Steve-O. I mean, listen, I'm just as happy about it as anybody else that isn't a big fan of it. But I don't mind the cooler weather. I don't drive anymore, at least not right now. Driving again really wasn't a top priority for me ever since getting sober. Always got myself in trouble with driving. So I don't have to drive in it, and that's a plus. Let's see. Thank you, Tim. If you're not a member already, hit that link. Join the JMW Premium Discord server. People are hanging out in there after the show. I have not even checked my workload or the dashboard for JMW orders yet today, but tomorrow is Veterans Day. Happy Veterans Day to all of our veterans out there making an absolute freaking baller sacrifice for the rest of us. We love you and appreciate you. Anybody out there who had family members who served, we all made that sacrifice as well. We appreciate you. Thank you for your service. So yeah, worrying about getting orders out tomorrow morning is not top priority. So we may be hanging afterwards. That's up to you guys. That's all up to you guys. If people pop in to the JMW server to hang out, we'll hang out. Mental health is hyper important. If you are struggling, please know you're not alone. And if it's needed, you can visit that link right there, or you can dial 988 for assistance. You can reach out to a friend. And it works the other way. make sure you're checking in on the people that you love. Seriously, make sure you're checking in on people. Sometimes the most outspoken person who seems the happiest could be the one who needs it the most. You absolutely never know what someone could be going through. Sometimes a simple hello, how you doing? Or a, hey man, I love you. You really never know what that could do for someone's day. So it works both ways. Make sure you're checking in with each other. Please reach out and ask for help if you need help. It's one of the bravest things you can absolutely ever do. Coffee cheers. Hell yeah, dude. I know we already did it, but here's another. I need that. I need that coffee right about now. Corporate Jason sent me an original Pulse BF. I'm going to set up with you tonight. Hell yeah, dude. I was talking about the Pulse BF with phrasing last night. Classic Squonker, not my personal favorite. Comparatively to some of the other Squonk kits, but it's legendary because it kicked off Squonks becoming a mainstay in the mainstream market. Similarly to how the Pulse AIO sparked the big burrow boom that we still have really technically haven't seen the end of. Burrow devices, billet boxes, RBAs, they were more of a niche high-end product before the Pulse AIO came out. And that's how squonking was before the Pulse BF. Classic device, man. Lady Liberty says my Southie bottle just farted at me. Time to switch to my peanut butter as fuck cheesecake. Let's go. Peanut butter sounds so good. I mixed myself up a bottle of PB&J cream. I don't know. It was someday. Maybe over the weekend. I did it while I was completely bogged down with Halloween orders. Shout out to you guys and thank you for all the love and support. Because the Halloween sale, woo, had me busy. That's job security right there. And in this day and age, I need it, man. I need it. Job security. Tim's been 3D printing like a madman, getting ready for 3D Art Prints website launch. Let's freaking go, dude. So stoked to see you getting into that. I actually have a request. You know, I've already told you. And you'll see why, because I think we're going to set up something, speaking of pulses, on a Pulse V2 regulated squonk. I haven't decided between that or a mech squonk. I'm leaning towards the Pulse. I may pull up the wiki wheel, but I am leaning kind of towards the Pulse. But we'll see. Birdie! The mixing legend Steve-O. No, you. No, seriously, Birdie. You are an absolute legend, my friend. Love to see you. Thanks for always coming and hanging out with us. I know it's like super early in the morning there, isn't it? Let's see. AFL, my brother. Canadian Vapor says good evening, folks. Paul. Good day, sir. My wife wakes up to 4-inch. See, that's why I'm saying we need a rim shot. We need a rim shot, not this. Close. It ends the same way, but doesn't start the same way. My wife wakes up so good. Ryan Belgrave. Somehow I think it bumped me down to the bottom. There we are. My hand check pick has a little something Tim printed up for me, says Lady. Nice. Arnie says F Snow with a little pink turd. Dion78, welcome to Wickin It and Kickin It. That's a new name in chat. What's up, dude? Welcome. Glad you could come hang out with us tonight. Don't be alarmed by all the wrenches in chat. That's just something that we give everybody after they've come and hung out a couple, 2-3 times. And that's just because we got a lot of DIYers in the house and we want people to be able to share recipes if they feel like it. Keep on coming and hanging out, and we will do a wrenching for those that have that don't have one yet. We do them every couple 2-3 weeks. Double barrel, says Neil, double barrel recoil 3 chocolate covered strawberries in the Delta Squonk. Bonza Pro with strawberry Twinkie milkshake. That strawberry Twinkie milkshake has got to be Neil's all day vape, because that seems to be the constant in his rotation. Topside dual Bonza Pro and apple strawberry grape. Nice combination right there. Let's go, Neil. Brian says hi to Birdie. Brian Belgrave says, what up? Del, yo, Del. Love you, brother. May as well do it now. Del, guys, Del's been going through it, man. And I gotta say, he's been holding strong considering some of the stuff that he's been dealing with lately, family issues, his father. I want to give a special shots and prayers out right now to Del, specifically. And I guess it's no good. There's no better time than right now to do that for anybody else that you can think of that maybe you might want to shout out. Any of you that might be going through stuff, a friend or family that you think could use some positive vibes, you know, throw a little healing energy and just positivity out into the universe. Just take a couple big rips off of your whatever you're rocking right now and send that positivity out into the universe. Del, this one's for you, brother. Shots and prayers. Love you, homie. Got a little liquid on the outside of the drip tip. Well, good morning to you too, lazy ass. I'm just joking. He was up until dude, I could still hear you in your room awake until 7:30 in the morning or something like that. It had to be. Maybe even later. Let's see who we got. Everybody just saying hello to each other. Whoop whoop. I just got an order for a 500 ml of the pumpkin pecan cheesecake with maple whipped cream. Yo, that is so good. I got another bottle of it, and I was saving the last 20 mils of the bottle that I did have until that new one came, and I might break into it shortly. I don't know. We'll see. There's so many liquids I've been enjoying, while simultaneously not trying to overload myself with setups, but I don't know. It might be inevitable. We might end up towards the end of next week, with a dozen setups rocking. There's just so many good liquids that I want to enjoy all the time these days. Patrick said, you call it seasons changing. I call it early warning signs of the end of the world. Time will just get faster and faster. Before you know it, summer will be in December, and then it's like pole shifting. That's what I always used to theorize that it was when I was younger. Let's see. What's up, brother? Hey, SWS. Hope all is well. Stolen AAF. Oh, Andrew T saying hello to everybody. I didn't see Jason the Federelli. Yeah, but if he's here, what up, Birdman LT Dome? What's up, Andrew? Yeah, I have not seen the Fed yet, but sometimes he's lurking. Them Feds, they're sneaky. Patrick says, then poof, the REM song becomes true. Oh, yeah. How do you guys highlight the name like that? I think you hit @ and then type their name. Brian, if that's what you're talking about, I'll do it so you don't have to, Steve-O. That's what's up. It will highlight your name in chat when anyone types it. Oh yeah, there you go. It's about 34 C here. 34 degrees Celsius here in Sydney today. That's a warm one. 34 is like what, 90 degrees Fahrenheit, right? It's about 90 degrees Fahrenheit ish, if I'm correct. It's just me. Yeah, it's just you. You're able to see your own name. Paul Cole, I'm sure he's keeping it cloudy. What's up, my dude? We had a high of 35 degrees Fahrenheit today. Yeah, it's below. It's got to be below 32 here in Rochester if it's snowing. Unless maybe it warmed up since then, but I doubt it because now it's nighttime. Birdie says, thank you all the vets for your service. Yes, thank you very much. Lady says, I do not like the cold. I'm legit curled up under a blanket and fleece jammy pants and a sweater. I like it. I like it. Although, no matter the time of year, I have a hard time regulating the temperature in my apartment. Like the AC during the summertime, if I set it to like 71, then somehow it'll end up being 69 in here. But if I set it to 72, it'll go up to 74. And I want it to be 72 degrees. I actually set the heat to 72 degrees and it managed to be at 72 degrees right now, but I wouldn't mind it dipping a little bit below this time of year. So I don't mind it being a little cold and then putting a couple layers on. You can't do that in the summertime. You can't like strip your skin off in order to be cooler. You know what I mean? But in the winter, you can put a sweatshirt on, wrap a blanket around you, put a hat on your head, wear an extra pair of socks. You know what I mean? You can't do that in the summertime. Let's see. Andrew says, seriously, thank you for your service. If it's you directly or any family or friends, y'all are the real goats. 100%, dude. Dell says, R.I.P. Charles Marinay, World War II vet. Miss you, great grandpa. Hell yeah, dude. R.I.P. Shots and prayers. Happy Veterans Day, man. Here's for your great grandpa. Shots and prayers to our vets out there. My grandfather was a World War II vet. The absolute greatest human being and biggest inspiration I've ever known. He was just an absolute legend of a human being, dude. My grandfather, my dad's dad. Dirtle says, always reach out. Hell yeah. He's always got his little alien guy. He told me what it means. I forget though. It's not supposed to be like a fuck you. It's supposed to be like something positive. I forget. Like the universal greeting. Anybody who is familiar with the old original animated Transformers movie, Ba weep grana weep ninny bang, the universal greeting. Ba weep grana weep ninny bang. Let's see. Yes, you can I kick it? Yes, you can I kick it? Yo, I wish we could play music, dude. I know, like, at the beginning of the dopamine dump, because he's on Twitch and he also does DJ streams, Wee Baby Seamus always starts off the dopamine dump with a song and talking about an artist, one of his favorite artists. Like, I really wish we could do that without getting in trouble. I have been listening to Honest Dave, like, on repeat the last few days. And while, like, his mood can kind of be, like, both depressing and happy at the same time, sometimes I just kind of dig music like that. Honest Dave. If you haven't heard of him, check him out. He's kind of like, I don't know. I don't listen to a lot of like modern day hip hop. He's kind of more like that poppy type of hip hop where they sing and use auto tune. Um, but like, and the dude's just got so much heart and there's so much feel in his music, and it's just really relatable to me. Like the dude's not 100% like ab, fully abstinent. What? Not abstinent. What's the word I'm looking for? Like fully sober from all substances. Like he still partakes in shed time, but he's sober from other substances. His clean date from like hard drugs is it's only like a week before mine. Like he's got a song about it. Where he like talking about how he overdosed May 19th, 2019. That's literally 8 days before my clean date. And like I remember May 19th, 2019. I was struggling hard to find a way out. But anyway, he's got so many super catchy songs, and I wish I could share a couple. But I know I would absolutely get copyright stricken. He's also not like a huge artist. But he's getting bigger. That big old bottle showed up today, says Paul Cole. Yes, let's go. Paul Cole ordered a big old bottle of succulents. Hopefully that might last you a couple 2-3 weeks, huh? He blew through 2 120s of that stuff, and like I don't know, he averages like 120 a week, I think, of succulents. It's quite a bit. But I guess, I mean, if that's what you're cranking on the most. Mike DeVries says, with my new job, snow means money. Let's go. That's what I love to hear. Hell yeah, Mike. Get that money. Mike's a hard worker, dude. Ever since I've known him, he's always been super hard worker. Does what he's got to do, man. And not to say that other people aren't, but, let's see. Trying to not read every single thing where it's just you guys talking to each other. Tim wants to know what Patrick SideQuest has been listening to. Well, I know he's been listening to some Modest Mouse. He shared that with me yesterday. We had a little discussion about Modest Mouse. Great band. Difficult for me to listen to these days. However, easier than it was for a time. Patrick says, I love you all. The bunny's being a brat, I guess. The Pulse made squonking affordable. Yes. Wow, that's how far behind we are. Yeah, it did. It made it affordable, and it prompted, and this is what you don't see. And this is what's kind of difficult for squonking, is if companies aren't regularly making products, then once things become discontinued, then they're no longer available on the market. So if say like once a year or a couple times a year a company doesn't release a squonk, then affordable squonks are no longer available on the market. That's why it was important for the Pulse to release a new version every year or two, why it was so important for Grim Green to release the Empire and then the Republic. Dual battery squonks even are fewer and far between than single battery squonks. And the Pulse prompted other companies to design, manufacture, and release squonks. Squonking is the way, man. I'm just a big fan of it. We're talking about phrasing this morning as I was considering getting files for 3D print of Golden Snitch ornament. Ah, yes, the Golden Snitch. The Danish Doll. Hello. That's a new name, the Danish Doll. Welcome to Wickin It and Kickin It. New names. Couple new names in chat. Dirtle says, I was just holding my big old wiener. Dog. Yeah, awesome. Dirtle is slamming on skeleton key. Dirtle, that other package that we discussed is on its way too. Uh, Now there's no mail on Tuesday, so hopefully it arrives to you Wednesday. It was estimated Thursday, but hopefully maybe it can get a day ahead. Caught you being off schedule, and yes, I want a nutty juice. FDH has no nutty juice, and yo. Ooh, yeah, you know what? They don't, do they? They don't. I've been working on a peanut butter cookie, but I'm slating it for like a limited like release, like if we can. The idea is to do more like a liquid of the month, like a limited release of something that's only going to be available and while supplies last. Then once the supplies are gone, that's it. Boom, it's off the menu. We're actually don't have a choice but to do more releases like that with availability of flavorings on the market these days. And a peanut butter cookie is something that I have slated for the future. I built a burrow today. I'm trying MTL in it, says Neil. Very nice, dude. I just could never get along with MTL. Just not my style. Lady says, I have 2 more bottles of Southie, but I don't want to just fly through it. Yeah, I get it. I do the same thing with some of the other FDH liquids that I enjoy because they're only available during certain times too. You know, an FDH liquid might only come out a couple times a year. You got to get it while it's available. I see that like almost everyone uses Burrow type device today. I've been considering an XR80 just because its internal battery and seems really straightforward. Yeah, they're really slick devices. I personally don't like the 80 watt DNA. I would go for the 60 myself. I think the DNA 60C is a more solid chip. But for most people the 80 is perfectly fine. Because it's so straightforward. It's basically just a simple wattage DNA. Let's see. Patrick is talking to AFL. He's listening to Piss Ant, Them's Fighting Words, Die Spits, Heavy Stuff, a lot of Modest Mouse, and Radiohead. But I've been working on making music more. Yeah, he has been working on making music. That's right. Print me a new brain. Yeah. I saw that printing. She's talking to Tim. Your cheeks are all pink. Yeah. I guess they are, aren't they? I don't know. My face sometimes gets flush. It might be because like I'm all bundled up. Got the hat on. Got the headphones on. Maybe my color is off. I don't know. Let's see. 11:30 a.m. here. You know what? 20 minutes behind on chat. Way back in the chat. We're gonna have to start trying to fly through things. The beginning of the drums totally sounds like fucking bongos. Holy cannoli. Yeah, it's called bongo drum roll. Birdie, love you, brother. Have a good day. Let's see. I just don't want to miss anybody, but we got some things to do today. Ooh, I love that. That's cute. The wrenches thing. Oh yeah. So basically, if you weren't already here, I weren't already here. Basically, everybody gets a wrench after they've been here a couple, 2-3 times. The wrenching, yes. TJ, he says I hope you're well, Steve-O, and everyone else in chat. I am well, man. Right back at you, brother. Gotta find an RDA my wife digs. Yeah. I know you have some Irish heritage. It shows in your Scottish, actually. It shows in your jawline, but tonight you're making the 3 sound like the Irish tree. Yeah. Well, I'm doing that intentional. Couple 2 tree. A couple 2 tree. Scottish, not Irish. On my mother's side, Scottish. Let's see. Dad wouldn't want me to be all moopy and sad for him. That's what's up, man. Yeah, that's true. I know that. In honor of Dell, I'm going to take a hit for him. Hell yeah, dude. That's how far behind we are. I love that the chat is so active. I do. And for years, I've always tried to read every single comment and shout everybody out. But as it gets more active, I'm starting to think that we might have to start blowing through it a little bit quicker. I was watching the Vape Fiddle on Tuesday, Grimm's Vape Fiddle, and he's able to get like 4 freaking devices either built and wicked up. And that's really just because he ignores chat. I don't like to ignore chat. You know what I mean? We have fun here. We communicate. Not that people don't have fun there. I'm just saying. I don't ignore the chat. Dell says, I just polished off my bottle. Let's go. The skeleton key is in my Ragnar, says Dirtle, for the foreseeable future. So glad you're digging the skeleton key. And that was one that you just recently tried, too. And then came back for more. I love to see it. I love skeleton key so much. I'm going to have to... there's like a very minor ancillary flavor in skeleton key that's going to have to get replaced. For the most part, I don't think any of you will be able to notice. But there is a flavor that's in there at only like 0.25% that we got to swap out for a new one. I'm really loving raspberry and cream. I love raspberries. All things raspberry and cream. Give it to me. Oh, heck yeah, Danish doll. Raspberry, all berries really. Strawberry, raspberry, blueberry. The polls do ship. That's a real thing, but the current version is visiting down under in Australia. Tim's also working on panels, doors, and drip tips. Yeah, I want some panels. Something blue. Corporate Jason. Yeah, Corporate Jason is always watching. Yeah. The great grandpa, let's see. Yeah, Tim doesn't know any of the events. Fur, there we go. Listen to the stream announcements. Messed me up. You said 7:10, and I didn't account for you being in the future. Oh yeah, the future. I forgot to put EST, didn't I? Did I put EST? I didn't. I think I forgot to put EST. That's my fault. Shout out Duchess. He was Army like me. Yes. Shout out to Duchess. Duchess is probably also really happy that it snowed. He's a big fan. Peace Among Worlds. Oh, Rick and Morty. That's right. You know, I haven't watched that much Rick and Morty. Not that I don't like it. It's just I've never really sat down and watched a lot of it. What I have seen, I freaking absolutely love. But Andrew says, both my grandparents were World War II vets. Rest in peace. I'll play my stereo in the background. Now I want to watch original Transformers movie. Yo, it's a classic. Classic. Nanu. Everybody said, Nanu. Thank you so much for your service. Honest Dave rules. He does, dude. I'm a huge fan. I've been following him since, well, I don't know, the end of 2023, I think. So almost 2 years. We're glad you got here, Steve-O. Always celebrate progress and achievement. Thank you, man. Tiny C's cranking the hog. Yo, anytime anytime anybody mentions the hog like that, I can't help but laugh. Cranking the hog most. Sorry, couldn't help myself. Heck yeah, dude. Crank your hogs. Whip out your hogs. Doodle loves Modest Moist. Fuck my brain. Okay, Arnie, I won't. But I did. There's a dude selling a bunch of pulse squonks on Facebook. If you want details, message me. I'll let you know where. Hell yeah! Hit up Jeremy M if you're interested in a pulse. Nope, not now. INW Biscuit. I'm not sure what that INW Biscuit comment is about. Cassie has the nut, half nut, and nutless. Yeah. FDH. Oh, yeah, that's right. Duh. The Nutty Buddy. That's what the Southie is. Duh. Duh. I didn't even think of that when they said they have nothing nutty. And then Cassie's sitting there enjoying it. Ryan says your PB cookie fucking slaps, dude. Thank you. Did the peanut butter hold up through the steep? Because my issue was that because I was vaping it so much, I started to lose the peanut butter, but I couldn't tell if it was just because of the steep or if just because I was vaping so much of it. And then my palate just got used to it. You know what I mean? We love the PBJ cream, so we would love the cookie. The cookie's a little bit more chock full of butter and peanut butter, but yeah, I bet you probably would. Saw somebody post JMW PB cookie, I thought, and I was like, I don't remember seeing that on the menu. Yeah, I only sent a couple bottles out to a couple people who requested it, and I wanted to get some feedback from. What's your particular gripe with it, though? Not enough personalization, Steve-O? What do you mean? I can't remember. I'm 8 minutes behind. I'm catching up, but I can't remember what that's in reference to. I wish Davpo would... Oh, the Pulse? Is that referencing the Pulse? I wish Davpo would give us a V2 of the topside single. They are up to V4 on the dual. Yeah, that's true. If that's in reference to the Pulse, it's the voltage drop. The button design causes massive voltage drop, and I just don't get the punch from it that I want. I'm the same way, and so when my kids, we turn super pink but hot or cold. Okay, yeah. Many Irish moved to Scotland. Same with Welsh. Yeah, it's the same region. He doesn't read chat so much. Yeah. Our age verification just hit 70% of its viewing limit. Oh, that's right. I forgot you have to like subscribe for age verification. And runs for 4 hours. Yeah. Run long even without the chat. Let's go. I just don't like to run over the dopamine dump. We share Monday nights with Seamus. So at 9:30 when he starts is when I like to end. Sometimes we'll run long if he announces that he's not going live. We won't take it personally if you don't catch every single chat message. I know you won't. It's just it's like tradition. It's what we've always done. But sometimes things might need to change a little bit going forward. Because we're 50 minutes in and still reading comments. I might actually just skip ahead here. Pulse BF built with some .16 Claptons and some Chubby Bubble. Grappleberry, hell yeah, dude. I just love flipping the bird. Gotta go watch the Packers play. Oh, yeah. They're Monday Night Football. The peanut butter held up. The cookie became more defined as well. Thank you, dude. That's kind of what I was hoping for. Not enjoying it anymore, Steve-O. My bottle is empty. There you go. Stream our whole lives. Yeah. And there's the links. All right, we're caught up. I did skip a couple there in the end there. But I want to get to your guys' hand checks, and I had a couple things lined up. Mainly one of them was going to be rebuilding the billet box. But I didn't mix any more cookie cane. I need more cookie cane in order to rebuild the billet box because that's pretty much the only liquid I run in this Voltrove. So we still got the Voltrove in rotation. I do have it wicked and running still pretty decent. What the heck? Why did that die? My phone just died and it's been sitting here plugged in. So we can't do hand checks without it. That kind of sucks. But anyway, yeah, cookie cane in the billet box still. 3mm cherry bomb. The cherry bomb has reached the end of its lifespan. But it's doing a little better this week than it was last week, just based on wicking. Discord DMs, Blue Diamond, or Facebook DMs, but I think you normally talk to me on Discord. Wherever you message me regularly the most, send it there. I just pull it up on my phone and show my phone screen. So maybe next week we'll rebuild that. So at least we don't have to try to squeeze that in. But we do have a liquid to taste and an RDA to build. We should be able to get that done in an hour and a half. Still rocking the Diplomat. I re-wicked this finally and got it wicked to the point where the wicking has held up for almost a full week. 2.5 millimeter cherry bomb in there on the Shift Plus. Love that black Shift Plus. It's so sexy, dude. Skeleton key. Super long crackly draws. I freaking love that RTA. And of course, we still got the R3 rocking. I don't know if at least one of these R3s it's just always going to be in rotation. Grim Army Hexome, Crunchberry Shake, Duchess Hexome coils. One of my nostrils is a little plugged up. Cloudy, that's what we should have grabbed for shots and prayers. Let's see if we, because it still said 13%. Let's see if we got enough battery life to at least, I mean, we're plugged in now. I think we should be okay. Enough battery life to show off what you guys have been vaping. We got Discord open up here. And feel free to send them on in if you still haven't. Looks like many of you have. We'll start on Discord because Brian Enoch was the first one. He beat Cassie by just a little bit before the stream started. Brian Enoch, let's get our focus on. One of these days, we'll actually put these on screen. One of these days, we'll actually do it that way, but let's do this. Brian Enoch, a whole lineup of JMW. He's got all of his mechs, JMW, a little bit of Twisted Timmy's Cream, some Bottled Violence. Yo, he's got all the sexy mechs, dude. The new Hyperion V2 laying there. And Bowser guarding everything. RDA for Vaping V2, Bonza Pro, R3. He's got all the most recent bangers, dude. Hell yeah, dude. Thank you. Let's see. Come on. There we go. Discord's freezing up on me here. Okay, we're going to close it and we're going to reopen it. That's what we're going to do. There we go. Followed by Hippo. Hippo. He's got a purple mix like mine. Purple mix like mine. Is that a Dead Rabbit? Dead Rabbit? MTL 2? Maybe? And one more. He's got all of his desk check and what he's cleaned and has laid out drying all in one shot. Yo, that looks so clean. His whole lineup of everything he's got rocking, all of his liquids, and his weekly maintenance all in one shot. That is so satisfying, Hippo. I freaking love that. Next, we got Dell. Dell's rocking the R3 on the Rage. And a nitrous on the MK60. Squonk life. He's got some high-powered squonk action and some single coil squonk action. I love that freaking MK. That's the bottom feeders edition. That's what that Trident logo is. The bottom feeders edition. Hell yeah, Dell. Stolen. Steve-O for the stream. If it'll open up. There we go. Oh. Why did that do that? It opened up. Dude, why does that do that? I hate that stupid app. There we go. There we go. All right. Oh, yo, the sword. He's got the swordfish cane. Swordfish. He's got Lady Liberty, Advocate for Liberty, JMW. A little bit of, is that Grindhouse? Hexomes, Stubbies, a hog. Look at all that stuff, dude. You can see my lamp, the reflection of my lamp. Me glowing in the background. Heck a nice freaking desk check right there. Loaded up with bangers. Dalton. Discord keeps on doing this to me. I got to keep on closing it and reopening it. There, Dalton. What is? Oh, he's got the R3 on the Tauren mech, and the Boxer Burrow. The Boxer Burrow. Oh yeah, me holding up my setup behind him. Let's go. Over to Messenger. Extra nuts like me, Patrick. You're a trip, bro. Cassie. Cassie's got her Southie R3 on the Gar. And Toothless. A little Toothless figurine. I freaking love that. Obviously 3D printed by Tim. Heck yeah, dude. Yo. I would love one of those little Toothless guys. That printer is crushing it, isn't it? Doing awesome. Tim's got the R3 on the Asmodus. What's that called? The Lustro, the Stabwood Lustro. Some more little 3D gadgets there. The little turtle guy. Is that the little baby turtle from Nemo? I think that's what that is. The little baby turtle from Finding Nemo. Hell yeah. Bride of Chucky in the background. Holy crap. I caught that. I almost didn't see that. And Patrick. Extra nuts like me. Peanut butter check. Peanut butter check. Extra crunchy. Peanut butter for the win. I love that, dude. Patrick. Very clever. I love that. That's freaking great. Yo, that's as good of a hand check as any. That's as good of a hand check as any. I text mine. My weekly clean seriously control my OCD. Dude, I bet. Lady Liberty says, honestly, I'd mix it without the chocolate cookie crust, and the whipped is just for more creaminess, so you can easily be swapped out for your favorite whipped cream. Talking about a mix that she had made, I'm sure. PB flavor is like very natural tasting. Talking about the peanut butter mix from Tuesday's stream. And there's also JMA Designs peanut butter milkshake is pretty good too, but it needs the time to steep. I've never tried any JMA liquids, but the FDH doc was open all last week, and the collab with FDH, the Sugar Moon Pie, was on the dock, and I did order one of those, so I will be trying that. um, when it comes. Here's my recipe for a nice candy vape. It's an apple strawberry. Let's let's get that open. No better time than now. We gotta mute me here. Let's get that open. Come on, if the chat wants to pop up. Doesn't support, wait, continue to cite. There we go. Apple straw grape. Let's share that bad boy. You're going to be so happy with it. Please do Dag and Norbert from Angry Beavers if you can. Oh, hell yeah, dude. Let's get this shared. I haven't done a mix. Nah, actually that's not true. I think I skipped a week for AAFL, but I've already got my mix for the ice cream and milkshakes episode already drafted up. This has to be bigger. Let's make it a little bigger. There we go. Apple straw grape. Apple straw grape by Neil. Double apple from Cap at 2%. Grape soda TPA at 2.5%. Green apple Cap at 2%. Sour blurpleberry candy from Wonder Flavors at 3%. I want to do more with that flavor. Strawberry raw from VSO at 0.5%. Super sweet Pearlum at 0.5%, and sweet strawberry Cap at 3%. Heck yeah, dude. Nice mix of apples, strawberries, and grapes. Don't think I've tried the TFA grape soda. I always use the Flavor West. Sweet strawberry is a great strawberry for a candy profile. Heck yeah, dude. That looks really nice. So there you go. Neil's apple straw grape. Thanks for sharing that, Neil. We have a liquid to try tonight, ladies and gents. Looks like we lost a chunk of our viewership, but hey, it is what it is. The numbers bounce up and down throughout the stream. But Lady Liberty and Advocate for Liberty, they had their Halloween sale running for a little bit prior to Halloween, leading up to Halloween. And of course, I had to take advantage of it. Ronnie says, good evening, all. Just got home. Glad you made it home, man. Good to see you. Normally, you're driving home. Let me get a vape real quick. So here was my thought. I cleaned up. Normally, guys, you know I taste liquids in the Elder Dragon. It's very quick, simple, easy to wick up. However, I've been getting a little tired of that, and I've been noticing that, like, listen, I've got plenty of other RDAs that give me the level of flavor and the range that I do from the Elder Dragon. I even have a dual coil RDA now that does that. Well, the Asgard Mini, the OG has always done that, but the Bonza Pro is perfectly capable and awesome for trying new flavors in too. But I've also got the Vena. So here's my thought. I was going to wick up the Bonza Pro. I've really been enjoying using the Bonza Pro on the Furfur mech. We could do that. And that's what my plan was. I got it all rinsed out. I do have to glow the coils. I got it all rinsed out and ready to go and wicked up. But I thought we haven't been using as many squonks lately, and maybe we should focus on putting squonks back into the rotation this week. So I thought maybe wicking up the Vena and running it. Here's my thing. Lady Liberty has all these new Danish Danish pastry profiles available now. All very, very tempting. I immediately first gravitated towards the strawberry guava. I've always wanted to try a guava cream cheese pastry, but I love strawberry. So when I saw the strawberry added to that, I figured that was the one that I wanted to try first. I think a strawberry guava pastry would taste really great in the Vena. And what we can do is taste it first and then decide whether or not we're going to fill up the squonk bottle. Or we can put it on the Bonza Pro and just drip it. The Bonza Pro I've been leaning more towards more darker, richer dessert profiles with. So I'm a little tempted, or we could pull up the Wiki Wheel and have the Wiki Wheel decide between the Bonza Pro or the Vena. What do you say? Do we pull up the Wiki Wheel and let the Wiki Wheel decide? Lady is a Danny's pastry. Is a Danish pastry. Patrick says, I'm working on a beat sampling the Angry Beavers theme. No nostalgia. Project coming soon. Hell yeah, dude. It's Halloween and our anniversary, so it's our big sale. Wheel it? Let's wheel it. Let's wheel it. That's what the wheel's for. When we can't decide. Wait, did that put me... Oh, okay, I saw what it did. Wiki Wheel it is. All right. We got to clear the wheel out. All right. Let's pull it up. Pull up the wheel. Screen share. Bum, 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 bum. Share. Stupid ad. Make this larger. All right, let's go. Vena. Bonza. Then we copy. Paste. 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 Let's make the odds even more. Paste. So we've got it on each of them on there 8 times, evenly spaced between the Vena or the Bonza. Wiki Wheel is going to decide for us. Let's go. Let's see where it lands. Oh, is it gonna make it? Is it gonna make it? Is it gonna make it? The Vena it is. Heck yeah. All right. Oh, let's get out of here. The Vena it is. So, spin that wheel! Can someone drop the JMW Discord link? Said invalid? Interesting. Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's not the permanent link. Someone go into the Discord and grab a new link. It might have timed out. I thought it was a permanent link. So yeah, let's get the Vena out. We are going to go the Vena on this guy. because that's the one that I feel like is going to be the best suited. We're going to wick it up. We're going to drip on it and taste it. I'm pretty confident that I'm going to like it, but we'll see. We'll see how things go. And then what we'll do is after we taste it, we'll go from there and possibly fill up that squonk bottle. The due time out from time to time, even with a permalink. Oh, maybe that's why. All right, let's get this guy dropped down. Ow. Oh, I can hear Dean playing Five Nights at Freddy's. I just heard a jump scare. Let's get zoomed in. Bam. Focus. There we go. All right. Let's just glow this real quick. Make sure it's a glowing even. Yeah. Let me check that. Let me check that. That might be Dan. Oh no, it's Chris. Oh yeah, he tagged me in a B2K. I already have a B2K though. I wouldn't mind having the that's the B2K that comes with the awesome A10 drip tips though. Come on, get out of here. Can someone drop there for Patrick? Just go to the Discord and grab it for me. Anybody? 2.5 millimeter FDH wicks. Give it a second, Patrick. Somebody will grab it. We're gonna go with our 2.5 millimeter FDH wicks. Snip a little. Get that out the way. We're gonna peel a little bit off of the side here. Thank you, Dalton. Peel a little bit off of each side. I've actually been pulling this apart and rolling it back up for certain atomizers. That's actually how I've been able to get my Diplomat wick so consistently lately, is by rolling the FDH wicks up and re-rolling them back up. There is only one Freddy Krueger, that is. I could eat that bear for breakfast. What? Slowpokes, yeah. How are they all different? I'm not sure. I'm not sure how they're different. All right, let's see here. Get this pulled through. A little back and forth. This is a Pendulum Coils NI90 firecracker, by the way. NI90 firecracker. Ohms out to the same resistance as a 2.5 millimeter cherry bomb, but it's NI90, so the ramp up is a little snappier. It's a little bit nicer on battery life. It's 5 wraps instead of 4. And I feel like it fits in the Vena nicer. I actually kind of like the way that the firecracker does in the Vena more than a cherry bomb. Just something about it performs really, really well in there. We're not really thinning out, we're fluffing up. Let's get this up and in, shall we? Up and in, nice and floofy for our squonk action. So when we squonk, those cotton ends hold more liquid with each time you press the bottle. Hopefully you don't have to press the bottle as often. That side's a little poofier than that one. And that's it. That's all she wrote. Quick Wick. Little Quick Wick. Wick's just about as quick as the Elder Dragon. And we've got it here. The guava, strawberry, cheese, Danish. Let's rip that seal. Give it a shake. Also could rework into keychains, but that is extra work and time. Yeah, that Discord, we might need to edit that Discord link. All right. Crack the old bottle. Let's give it a smell. Oh yeah, yum. That smells good. Right at the top, I can smell the guava. Little knuckle. And wet them wicks. I think this is going to be delightful. I also feel like this liquid profile somewhat matches the last liquid that was in this squonk bottle for this mod. The last liquid I had in there was the strawberry lychee sorbet. They're kind of similar profiles as to being a strawberry paired with like a tropical fruit. But instead of there being the sorbet and the yogurt base, this has the cream cheese Danish base. Yes, I have a tendency to try to keep similar profiles paired with certain squonk bottles. We are going to try to get back to the proper profile on the DNA here. Let's go! You hear that crackle? We did good. All right, I'm gonna cap this and we're just gonna taste it like this to start. Let's go. Then we'll put it together. Let me know if I can help. I get paid. Okay, cool. Let's see. And also they're talking about a pumpkin vape. All right. Here we go. Let's give this a taste. I have not been disappointed by Cassie. Cassie, I feel like we have very, very, very similar flavor profiles. We enjoy a lot of the same things. And her mixing style just matches up with my palate quite well. There's Corporate Jason. Sorry I'm late. Been making Breeze Tones pizza dough. Oh, we finally get into that. All right. Lady Liberty's strawberry guava cream cheese pastry. 41 watts. Let's get it. Oh, yum. Yeah. There was no denying that this is definitely going into the squonk bottle. Immediately, I get guava paired with the cream cheese. I've always wondered why people do guava, like cheesecakes, guava cream cheese. Never in my mind did I imagine how well they paired together. A really, really nice accent of strawberry underneath. The cream cheese has it's like a guava flavored cream cheese filling, and it feels like cream cheese filling. The texture of that cream cheese filling is so 100% accurate, and then I get the strawberry sitting underneath that, which is very interesting because a lot of profiles the strawberry sometimes sits on the top, and it very well could in some other atomizers, but I get the strawberry sitting underneath that, and then I get a nice pastry note on the exhale. But the guava and the cream cheese, easily the star of the show here. This is immediately squonk worthy. This is fantastic. This is another one of those liquids that, listen, if I didn't already have a bottle of the white chocolate raspberry cheesecake going and have other setups going, I could very well squonk through this entire 60 ml before we make it to next Wickin It and Kickin It. And if the other fruits pair as well with this cream cheese Danish base as the guava strawberry does, it's literally just cut and paste, right? Pick your favorite fruit and go for it with one of the cream cheese pastries, because wow, I don't do pastries very often myself, but this is very, very well done. They all pair as well. Heck yeah, dude. This is very, very well done. The cream cheese is so, I don't know what the proper word. It's like, it's just so decadent, and the guava pairs so perfectly with it, with the strawberry so delicately layered in underneath it. I love strawberry. The strawberry sits underneath and it's still noticeable enough for me to be like, yum, strawberry after enjoying the guava and the cream cheese pairing. It's just, this is delicious. I continue to be absolutely blown away by Lady Liberty's mixing prowess. She has come such a long way and just continues to make banger after banger. The huckleberry is fire. Is the Danish recipe public? No, I don't think so. We got to get our yellow battery out, because this is going in the sexiness and going to stay there. Gave me an excuse to break out one of my newer squonks. I've been neglecting it. I've been neglecting my squonks for the past few weeks, so we're gonna be squonking away this week. Let's fill her up. Oh yeah. Oh, I'm excited, man. I feel like this was the right call. The Bonza Pro, I'm still curious in how this liquid would taste in there. I think it would be a little bit more open. I think it would give a little bit more chance for the strawberry and the Danish to breathe. But you get a really nice, like, condensed isn't the right word. It's a little bit more condensed, the way that the flavor hits you on the Vena, but you still get the full spectrum of the flavor profile. The Bonza Pro, I think, spreads it out across your palate a little bit more because the additional airflow and the higher wattage gives it room to breathe. But man, I think this was the right call, putting it in here. Let's get it. We got to do this little guy, this little maneuver here. Boop. And then we take, oh wait. Take the little flathead underneath and just up and pop in. Boop. There. She's in there. Bend that contact down just to make sure. Matchy battery. Boop. Back in action with a delicious Lady Liberty liquid. This is fantastic. Let's give her a squonk. It's probably going to hit and taste even better on the Mac. Oh yeah, let's fucking go. That guava is so good. I'm super picky about guava. And I mean, we've talked and I'm pretty sure of at least like one flavor that's in this, and it's a flavor I've been meaning to pick up. I'm super picky about guavas. And I've wanted to do some work with guavas in the past, but I'm always just kind of like so with the results. But man, this is it's kind of like I could make myself a guava profile. I'm sure I could. But would I prefer to vape this one over any that I would spend time working on? Probably, at least right now. This is perfection. Again, we just continue to pair things together. Liquids, setups, the coil, the crackle. The flavor. And because it's got that delicious cream cheese and that Danish exhale, it still goes great with coffee. The vanilla, the vanilla creamer in there really brings out a bit more of that pastry too. I am so happy with this. Not only happy with it, but at the same time, I'm like, oh man, is this another Lady Liberty liquid I'm going to have to put on the list that I'm not going to want to run out of? Because that list is growing. I can make just about anything I want if I put the time and the effort into it. But if she's already perfected a profile, shit, I'll take the shortcut and spend the money on it. Support a friend that's making delicious e-liquid? Hell yeah. This is so good, dude. I'm a dark berry over strawberry fan. So yes, please to huckleberry. Yeah. Listen, I like all berries. Hot take, no beauty rings are beautiful. I don't know. Some people don't like beauty rings. I like them. I feel like, especially on this one, it really ties everything together. Sibo, if you're thinking the one I'm thinking, you're thinking you are correct, and it is the best damn guava. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. OMG, You just reminded me I can print high quality yellow beauty ring for my black and yellow setup. Let's go. Well, I'm going to be listening, but it's pasta time? Okay. All right. Wow. Let's see. Lady Liberty made me realize I only have 2 whipped creams in my arsenal, TFA and vanilla whip cap. Instantly when flavor hunting. Yeah, well, vanilla whipped cream cap is one of my top 3 whipped creams, I would say. We have plenty of stock to create many 500s. There you go. That's good. That's good. Listen. I love like darker, richer, like dessert profiles. I've been super heavy into like chocolates, bakeries, things that are just buttery and baked goodness lately, you know what I mean? Cookies and cakes and things like that. But my happy place, my number one happy place is something that has a little bit of everything. It's got a fruity element, a cream element, and a little bit of a bakery undertone or a bakery finish or bakery note in there, you know, or something malty, like anything fruit and cream with a little bit of bakery is my happy place. Holy shit, is that a Wu-Tang Forever mount? Dude, it could be, right? Killer bees on attack. I could probably vape a 500 of this. And this is just first impressions, but I could do it. Wow. It's getting really, really harder to decipher favorites. I still think the white chocolate raspberry cheesecake is my favorite from Cassie. Listen, as much as I do love the maple bourbon cheesecake, I would have to say at this moment right now, I would probably have to put the white chocolate raspberry cheesecake still at the top. And then it's a toss-up between the pumpkin pecan and this one for the number 2 spot. Give me a few more days to decide. Now I'm just sitting here vaping in front of you guys. I mean, isn't that what I'm always doing? But that's literally all I'm doing now. The Vena is such a freaking perfect little freaking RDA. It's been giving the Broken Addy a run for its money lately. I love both. A little bit of this one has the direct lung cap on it though, so it vapes way different with the direct lung cap on this Broken Addy. That's close. That's close. Wow. All right, we got an RDA to build. I'm going to keep on ripping on that periodically here, but we've got an RDA to build. Blueberry Conquest should come back at some point. I need to really perfect it. Holy shit. Oh, I read that. Do all Perillum cheesecakes have a soft hint of coconut in them? I don't get it from the New York cheesecake at all. It's definitely in the cheesecake graham crust, and it stands out more if you pair it with Yes Sweet Cheesecake, because Yes Sweet Cheesecake has that coconut note in it very lightly. I think it's more easier to cover up. Obviously, it's definitely in the toasted coconut cheesecake. I don't get it from the Perilla New York cheesecake at all. At all. I think the white chocolate raspberry cheesecake will have to be on my list to try next. That and the pumpkin crack is what I call it. Yo, pumpkin crack is a good name for it. So I ran into another dilemma. We didn't build this yet. This was going to be the plan for last week. But obviously we had to cancel because of Halloween, and I just needed my rest. But a couple weeks ago, we did the Asgard Mini V2, and I had also picked up the Nightmare Mini V2. Now, the thing about the Nightmare Mini V2 is I'm sure some people do run it as a dripper, but it's been highly recommended to me to not to do that, to set it up as a squonker, and I'll show you why. If you don't already know. I got it in blue, and now that I think about it, I'm starting to think that maybe I should have gotten gold. I really wanted to put this on my blue and gold splattered topside dual. It looked perfect on there. Perfect size, perfect color, beautiful. I was going to get it out just to show you how good it looked, but I forgot to grab it out of the cabinet, and I'm not getting up. The topside dual had its issues. It's finicky. You got to set the batteries in it just right and close the battery door just the perfect way, and then it would work fine. It would give you it would give you trouble at first, but once you got it, you got it. But when I went to go put something on it to test it, and prepping to put this on there, I discovered that my topside dual is 100% dead. 100% dead, so we cannot pair this with that anymore. So I've got a dilemma because it's got to go on a squonker. Do I set it up for a regulated device, or do I set it up for a Mac? Usually I lean heavy towards the mech side, but I was kind of thinking that if I put a set of Duchess umami coils in here, that'll be a 0.2, it'll be low mass. I think it could run on the single 21700 pulse just fine that way. Similarly to Duchess hexome, or not hexome coils, umamis are very similar to the triple 29 gauge, SFCs that I get from Jared, except I think these are dual core. So I was leaning that, and it would be nice to have something regulated. Will that fit? Will that fit your Kennedy mech? I mean, it will. You've been doing a lot of mechs lately. Yeah, 2 for regulated. I kind of want to try the umamis in a dual configuration. I was going to put it on my on this guy, but I don't like the way that the blues match. And it's kind of hard to take this nitrous off. That's like a setup that just shouldn't come apart. So I think I'm just gonna put it on the pulse, and we're gonna rock it. Let's scrap blueberry. Would you do a maple bar? I've been into those lately. Tim already has a maple bar. And I'm sure it's fantastic. We'll talk. I would highly recommend Tim's maple bar though. So yeah, let's take a look at this guy. That's perfect, matchy. Never split that mod in nitrous. Yeah, and this will match that that mech squonk that I have that has all those different blue color swirls in there. But just on a plain black squonker, regulated, I think that's the call for this one. I think that's the call. You can look, and you can see why dripping on this is going to be a pain in the ass. Your airflow comes in from the side there, and then it comes up those ramps underneath your coils. Conveniently placed in the middle, right where you would drip. You're going to drip into this thing, and that liquid's just going to flow down those ramps into your airflow. There's nowhere else for it to go. I mean, yeah, sure, your cotton could pick some of it up. The backs of your wicks behind your coils could pick it up, but some of it's going to get down in there. It's going to pool right here on both sides, in between where that insert creates a space right here. And every time you go to take a hit, it's gonna be Slurp City. But with the squonker, your squonk hole feeds your liquid directly to your wicks there. You don't have to worry about liquid getting in there. So this is definitely 100% a squonking RDA. We're going to set that up. I got to get a set of umamis out though. Looks slurpy. Yeah, hot magma on your top side. Is it the battery door not making connection? I thought it was at first, but no. I just think the chip is fried now. It used to be finicky, but it would at least turn on. Now I just think the chip is fried. It won't turn on at all. I've even tried like holding it together. I've tried putting magnets at the ends of the batteries to force it to make connection, and it's just the chip is fried now. I think I paid $30 for that topside dual back in 2020, and it lasted until 2025, almost 5 years. Yeah, I think I want to go umamis. I got a whole jar full of Duchess coils here, but the umamis are at the bottom, I'm pretty sure. So bear with me here. Boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, here we go. Umami! Let's see. Where the rest of these guys go? I just gotta get them back in there. I can only fit so many. I can fit like 9 sets of coils in these empty FDH jars. Great place to store coils if you got any of these empty jars. All right, dispos, say it ain't so, Patrick. Yeah, are those sharks with freaking laser beams? Yeah. I need to order really soon. Been hooked on dispos. The only tank I have is the Blaze Dual, and I only have a single 18650, so it's weak, and dispos are easy. That's true. Yeah. So yeah, we got our Duchess Umamis. Dual 28 by 36, 2.5 millimeter, 0.16 to 0.19. I've only run these as single coils so far, so this will be a nice test. This will be a nice test for them. Does anybody have one of these and have a recommendation for cutting the coil leads? I usually estimate 5 millimeters, and then go from there. I need a tiny, look at how tiny freaking grub screws those are, dude. Tiny, teeny tiny. Teeny tiny. All right. Hungry Hippo. Wrong kind of dispo. I didn't get the nightmare for the exact reason you're building it as a squonk and not a dripper. Yeah. Yeah. This guy should be good. Let's see. Yeah. 6 millimeters, yo, for the Nightmare Mini. Nightmare Mini. I'll cut it at 6 and see where it's at. Now, here's the thing, too, with this. It has to be 2.5 millimeter coils. At least with the V1, you could squeeze 3 millimeter coils in there, no problem. But that deck was a bitch to build on. It's also short. It's short. You only have so much space to squeeze your coils into there. So they have to clear that. Not only clear the sides, but they got to clear the top. Let's start at 6 and see where they sit. Get the old trusty guys out here. I have the 28 millimeter one and go 6 millimeter. Okay, yeah. I noticed you always build on that paranormal. I do. It's my only DNA 250C. It's my most trusty. It's the device that I trust the most to build on. A build tab would be cool, but it doesn't sit as high to the camera. This is kind of like the perfect height. All right, let's see. Take him out. That's a gem, dude. So wish I had one. Is it a DNA 250C? I bought this as a birthday present to myself in 2020. Pick him out. Can't lose that. What are you doing, Dean? Are you just sitting on the counter? Deciding like on a snack or something? Hold on. That one cut a little bit shorter or longer than the other one. Take him out. There we go. Yeah, 6 millimeter might work. Let's see. My paranormal has been used once. I usually use the Riva. I would like a Riva or another paranormal or a Centaurus. I would love any of those. I do have a DNA 75, the Odin Mini that I would build on. Corporate Jason, the kitty's here. She's either taking a nap or she's plotting her next attack on Dean because Dean's here. Come on. Take him out. Take him out. See, that one cut uneven too. It's so weird. Because if you angle your coils at all, they don't cut even. There we go. All right. Those are a little more even. Let's make sure that these are out of the way. What I usually do is I take my lead clippings and I put them in the jar so they can't fly around or get knocked off the desk. My Grail mod is the Vupu Alpha, the one that looked like an old school VCR. Oh, nice. All right, let's see how 6 millimeters sits. These coils are also a little... They're a little small for how wide set these posts are. Why won't that go down in there? Go down in there. It won't go down. Oh. That's so weird, dude. Why is that sitting like that? Here, let's tighten this up and turn it and see how it sits. It's going to stretch these coils. They're short for how wide set the posts are. See, watch, it's going to pull them apart. Let's see. We can fix that, possibly. Turn it and push it, but it's like wonking it. There, unwonked. That one lead might need to be cut a little bit shorter. Hold on, let's see. Like wire clipping hopscotch whilst pissing at 3 a.m. Yeah. See how it like kind of wonked it? I want to see if this clears it with enough space for the drip tip. Base of the drip, where the base of the drip tip sits, kind of matters. Yeah. It's close. But I think we got it. I think it'll clear it. I think it clears it enough. I'm a little concerned about the height. I might, at least that one, I might take them to 5.5. They look like they're sitting good, but I'm going to take an extra, like 0.5 millimeter off. Let's go 5.5 and take that extra off. It's already at 5.5. What the heck? How did I have that sitting? Was it like this? Screw it. Take him out. Eyeball it. Take him out. That'll work. Bear with me, guys. I just want to make sure that if I'm building it nice the first time. Nope. There. We ended up going to 5. I think that's going to be... Oh, and I forgot to do this stupid focus thing again. I'm sorry, guys. I'm a terrible YouTuber. Bear with him, yeah. I just feel like it's going to be safer sitting a little lower. Unknown, what's up, dude? Yeah. Now we can pull up and straighten it out. Get a little bit more slack into that coil, or slack taken out of that coil. And now put the other one in. There we go. I think I like that a little bit better. Huh. That's so weird how they sit like that. So wonkified. That coil's definitely higher than the other one. Now they're more even. Bendy, bendy, lifty, lifty. We're going to set these a little bit more towards the center. Come on. I think we're golden. That one coil wants to sit a little bit higher than the other one, so I'm trying to pull up on it to even it out. I think we're good. I think we did it. They're a little springier. Oh yeah. Yeah, that clears it a little bit nicer. I don't have to worry about the base of my drip tip melting. Hickory Farms used to be in the Ohio Valley. They shut down a long time ago. They had amazing turkey jerky. Hell yeah. You guys talking about Steve, nothing much. Hey, let's get some heat to this. Let's make sure that these are tightened down all the way. Wow, it's 9:10 already. We've definitely spent a good amount of time messing with stuff tonight, huh? We had a lot of catching up to do at the beginning of the stream, though. We didn't see each other last week. These flatheads are so tiny. I am usually pro flathead, but when they're that small, they can really be a pain in the ass. All right, we're good. We're rocking. We're rolling. Let's take a look. Bam. Might be some minimal wonkage, but they're at least sitting at the same height. That was the hardest part. Because I had to spread the leads out on these coils to span the width of those posts. It made straightening the coils out a little bit of a challenge, but we got there and we're ready to go. Add some heat. Favorite dessert is strawberry chocolate truffle? Hell yeah. Speaking of, let's give this a squonk and give this a vape because this is delicious. Oh, fuck yeah. So good. Duels. No. Bed duels. Yep. 0.17 pre-fire. Where are my guys? We're going to take this down to about 25 watts. 26 is close enough. Give that a little yoink. Turn it up to about 30. One coil's a little slower than the other. I think it's this one. So we pinch it. Hot spot in that one. We'll also double check to make sure that these are nice and tight. It's a little bit behind, but what are you gonna do? It's not super terrible. All right. Let's reread it. Reading a 0.18, right in that range. Man, that's perfect for a hexone though. Bed duels, 0.18. 35 watts. Okay, there's a little bit of a hot spot there. I think we're good. Yeah. Let's let them cool. I never get tired of vape stuff. Yeah, right? Oh yeah, plenty of space in between, so it shouldn't melt the Ultim. Plenty of space, sitting dead center in the middle of that drip tip. Let's get them wicked, because we are running low on time. If we need to go a little long, we can go a little long. The 2.5 millimeter cotton. And I have a liquid already lined up for this that I'm thinking of grabbing. Let's see. You kick it on a time limit. I mean, I just try not to step over into Seamus's time slot. That's all. I mean, if we go a few minutes over, I don't think it's gonna hurt his feelings or anything. You know what I mean? All right. Actually, this piece of cotton might be enough for both. Let's see. The way that I went long with it. might be enough. Nah, it's not. I mean, I guess it could be if I picked that out. Let's see. Nah. Nah, we're trying too hard to conserve at that point. I thought maybe it might be. There he is. Do crimes, go long. What's the time slot? Hey, what's up, Seamus? There we go. There. Bam! All right. It took us a minute to get there because the coils I chose were a little small for how far apart the posts were. But I think they're also going to be ideal for trying to run dual coil on a single battery regulated device, which I don't normally do. Yeah, your DS has been sitting on the kitchen table all night, dude. You have bad memory? Wish you streamed on Twitch, then you could. Oh yeah. Yeah, that would be cool as heck, huh? I've never really tried. All right. Let's get these wicked. Just the old up and in. Nice and simple. I do like the wicking channels on these new Vapors Cloud RDAs, particularly this one. It kind of wicks like the Trilogy RTA or the Valkyrie RTA, except no, you can ditch StreamYard. Yeah, I just use StreamYard because it's what I've been used to using all this time. I really need to mess around with some other software. I know you can. There we go. It's been a while, and I was going to try to get into this bottle before the warm weather stopped, but I've been in the mood for some watermelonade. JMW, a watermelonade. My personal probably favorite of our our lemonade profiles. Tastes like you dissolved a bunch of watermelon Jolly Ranchers into a glass of lemonade. Great for squonking. I still have a giant flag of you big goof. That's funny. I forgot about that. I'm curious. I'm gonna drip. I didn't see any liquid fall into those yet. Yeah, now I see it. Once you start dripping enough, the liquid starts dripping down into that area. So yeah, we're squonking. So we don't have to worry about that. Now it's reading a 0.19. Still within range. We're not going to get any crackle from these because they're SFCs, but just pure flavor. Pure flavor. Now you have my undivided attention for the next 10 minutes, and then I'm going to be stuffing my face with a whole lot of pasta. Okay. Let's see. Definitely. There. Turn the airflow to line up. Come on. What's going on here? Why isn't it spinning like it should? There we go. Ah, I hate that. You would think it would just line right up, but it doesn't. There we go. Okay. Going on the pulse. Not bad. We're going to grab one of our new batteries here. I haven't had a chance to wrap it to any matchy color, but a battery is a battery. Maybe we should change our color to blue. Yeah, blue. You can't really tell. 70 watts maybe? 80 watts? Yeah. There we go. And we just fill our squonk bottle. And we're ready to rock. Let me think about that for a second. No, it's mine. I don't know what you guys are talking about, but give me your toothless. I see. That'll do for now. We might actually have to cap this out on wattage. This mod only goes up to 95 watts, I think it is. I don't typically run a dual battery or dual. That might be enough. There we go. We did it. We did it. Looks pretty good on there. Fits perfectly. Right up to the edge. No overhang. I really wish I had. They had like the blue swirl panels. Pulse that came out when these first came out. I really wish I had one of those. It would look perfect on here. You used to be able to buy the panels separately. If I could find a set of those, that's why I was saying if Tim could make like some kind of blue panels with his new fancy 3D printer to match that RDA, that would be sick. Let's go up top and vape this sucker. 80 watts seems to be doing the trick. All right. It was a little bit of a chore, but we did it. Believe me, the Nightmare Mini V1 I used to give me fits. So the real reason why it took me a little bit more time to fiddle around with this one was because of the coils I chose. Let's see how it is with the airflow. 80 watts, 0.18, 3.86 volts. Should be plenty of power. Oh yeah. That drip tip's not going to do though. It does come with a taller drip tip, and we're going to get that out right now. Just going to go with the stock taller drip tip. Issue is I don't have a panel here for reference, otherwise it can. There's Pulse V2 files online for free, I'm pretty sure. Otherwise I can send you one. There, this drip tip's a little taller, a little easier to put my lips on it. Tastes like watermelonade. $80 seems to do the trick. Let's see if we can get some hot squonking action. Come on. You can't really see it coming up. Oh, you see it coming up the sides there? It works. Might need to separate the center of the wicks a little bit. I swear to God, last time I had this watermelonade, I thought to myself that I over-nicked it. And then I added to it 0 milligram to cut it down. So hopefully it's still not too much nick for me. The flavor on it's excellent. I typically don't vape watermelonade in a dual coil, but the flavor on it's excellent. The airflow is real nice. Not speed holes, separating space in between the wicks for the liquid to squonk through without being blocked off. A little bit of a minor wind tunnel-y sound there. $80 is perfect. Especially with this brand new battery. I'm curious. Oh, wait. Let's go to bypass turbo. Bypass turbo is only pushing 3.5 volts. It's still plenty of power though. You close the airflow off a little bit. Top cap's getting a little warm. Let's go back to wattage mode. 80 watts is doing the treat, that's for sure. I might be nicking myself out a little bit, but I'm probably going to get an age restrict video or email for saying that. Every time I say what I just said, nick myself out, if I don't do it myself, YouTube sends me an age restriction. Yeah. The Umami's rock in dual coil mode. Super flavorful build. As a squonk RDA, it's nice. I've got 2 of the slots of the airflow closed down. It lines up perfectly with the logo up front. I like that. And just the blue atomizer, black mod, black drip tip. Looks good. Not everything has to be, you know, super duper multicolor matchy. But yeah, we did it. We built the Nightmare V2 Mini. And I'm quite enjoying it. This, I have 2 Pulse V2s. This one is kind of like the odd man out. This, like the other one, has like those nice stab wood panels on it, and I'm still struggling to find an RDA to live on top of there forever. Then this other one is just like anytime I want to grab whatever random RDA I feel like grabbing and squonking on a regulated mod, this is that device. This is that device that just, you can grab a dozen different RDAs, slap it on this mod and go, you know? RDAs that don't have homes usually find their way onto this mod. And we've added the Nightmare V2 Mini into that fold. I ain't mad at it. Maybe I'll attempt to see if I can manage to drip with it someday. But for now, I'm going to be enjoying the Watermelonade on the Pulse V2. Nightmare V2, Pulse V2. Makes sense. Love that Watermelonade, dude. It's been my go-to watermelon vape for as long as I can remember now. But I will say, as successful of a Wickin It and Kickin It that we've had, the star of the show is the Strawberry Guava Cream Cheese Danish. If you've got a preference for plain guava or huckleberry or whatever other flavors are available, there's a plain cream cheese Danish without any fruit. I'm sure that's absolutely fantastic. Give them a try because, man, this one is fantastic. And I get my freaking crackle fix out of this setup too. It's similar. A similar kind of vibe to the last liquid I had in there, except cream cheese Danish. So there we go. We got squonks back in rotation. We've got our tank, a lot of black mods, and of course, boom. That's the rotation for the week so far. I ain't mad at it. Look at that. Look at it. You got like the whole rainbow. Green, purple, blue, yellow, red. You got the whole rainbow. We don't have any orange. But what are you gonna do? It's still a pretty colorful selection of devices. Degree, like the deodorant. I thought it fought on my side. Mind blown. We all have to fight to a degree. Really need to get a printer. Mental health, what's that? Yeah. It's the guava, strawberry, huckleberry, and plain cheese for now. Gotcha. Waiting on more feedback on the blueberry, and then I might drop it. There you have it. There's the info on that. So yeah, really, really happy with the setups that we got going for the week. Happy to have some squonks back in rotation. That's going to do it for tonight, friends. If you want more content, hop on over to Twitch for the dopamine dump. The JMW Discord is open for anybody who wants to hop in there and hang out. I do have to make some dinner for Dean, but if I see you guys hanging out in there, I definitely will be hopping in. I do got to check and see if any orders came in, but I don't have to rush and stay up late to get them done tonight, because tomorrow's Veterans Day. Again, thank you for your service. Happy Veterans Day to all of our veterans out there and all their loved ones for making that sacrifice. We really, really appreciate your service. And that's going to do it for tonight. Thank you, everybody. Feel free to drop any of your good nights, your hashtags, whatever in chat. We're going to see if we can get out of here smoothly. It's so weird without the outro. But hope everybody stays warm. If you're in any of the areas where the snow hit. And hope you all have a freaking awesome week. We're counting down to the holiday season. Also, don't forget, coming soon, Cookie Cane. Cookie Cane is coming. Be ready because it's only going to be available for this holiday season. Appreciate you all. You guys all are what make this show what it is. You guys showing up, driving the chat, driving the conversation, all your support are what make this my happy place. I'll catch you guys around all the different places next week. Next week, I think we'll have the Gematria RDA. I got shipping notification Saturday night, I believe, for the Gematria RDA. So if the billet box gets pushed back again, it gets pushed back again. Because the Gematria... Oh, wait, no. You know what I might do? I might do a recorded video for the Gematria RDA. Because there aren't going to be too many people with YouTube channels making videos. I believe Tyler from the Gentleman's Crackle channel did get one as well. But there's only so many of us who are going to be able to make videos and put those on YouTube. Because like less than 100 were made. So Gematria RDA next week. I will see you guys when I see you. And I love y'all. Thank you, as always, for wicking it and kicking it with me. We are JMW.